As a nihilist, I believe that no lives matter. But I have a feeling that hashtag won't catch on. The one that has, though, Black Lives Matter, a hashtag that started after George Zimmerman was acquitted of murder in the Trayvon Martin case, has turned into a full-on group with chapters all over North America, including one in Toronto. And this year, they paid a visit to Toronto Pride. You may know it better as the good old Gay Pride Parade. Pride has evolved from that annual parade in your town that makes the Bible thumpers uncomfortable to a month of awareness and events, culminating in organized street festivals and parades all around the world. So during their visit, the Black Lives Matter group decided to stage a sit-in, stalling the parade for half an hour while they presented a list of demands to the organizers of Toronto Pride, effectively holding the parade hostage. And among their redundant demands to ask for more diversity in a parade that's full of fucking diversity was this one: removal of police floats in the pride marches/parades. You see, Black Lives Matter are not fans of the 5-0. But instead of trying to start a dialogue with police organizations across the country regarding their beliefs that they're being intentionally targeted by law enforcement because of the color of their skin, they'd apparently rather go to war with them. Now me, personally, I think that's a bad idea to make enemies out of the people with the guns and the tasers. That maybe you'd try and do things that make the police see you in a positive light. Like, for example, not stopping a massive parade in the fourth largest city in North America to tell the cops you don't want them involved. The organizers signed off on the demands, but later admitted it was only so they could get the parade moving again, and that they may or may not implement any of their requests. So I have two questions. One, why would you want the police out? Because there are a few racist cops in North America and so all of them are bad? By participating in pride festivals all across North America, not just running security on the sidelines, but actually waving flags in the parade, and in one parade a cop went and proposed to his boyfriend, aren't they showing, hey, we're with ya? I read something that said that BLM doesn't care if cops appear, but they should be out of uniform and not representing the police. But seeing them in uniform, having fun as humans is exactly what needs to happen. Also, I don't know if you maybe heard about a little mass shooting that took place in Orlando not that long ago, where a guy walked into a gay nightclub and killed 49 people. Oh, you have? Huh, well, maybe you heard how it ended. Sorry if this is a spoiler, but the police came and fucking shot the guy. If the cops didn't show up and do their job, there were 30 other hostages, most of them non-white, 90% of the victims were Hispanic, that could have easily also died that night. Yeah, but Freddie Gray died in police custody, therefore all cops are evil. Question 2. How is it different when Black Lives Matter interrupts a parade intended to draw attention to one issue to make it about their issue, and that's okay, but it's not okay for people to say things like, Black Lives Matter? What about other marginalized groups' lives matter? The answer is that there's no difference. This is the exact same thing as someone saying, never mind Black Lives Matter, what about Hispanic Lives Matter? Trump wants to kick us all out. You're saying, never mind gay pride, what about black gays and transgender people? What are you doing for us? And the answer is, the exact same thing they're doing for white homosexuals and trans people. But apparently, that's not good enough. I actually saw this comment on Facebook, on a story about a gay cop who's disappointed with wanting to be excluded from Pride. This officer has probably never felt real oppression and is blinded by his own privilege. You take away the gay, this person's still white and male. Yeah, no possible way a gay male cop would have ever faced any discrimination in the police force, right? I mean, you just told us the police are bad. Here's what one of the organizers of Black Lives Matter had to say. We didn't bully our way into Pride. We made space for ourselves in a place where we have been erased. But that is simply not true. In fact, Black Lives Matter was an honored group this year. They were invited to march in the main parade, along with no doubt many other minorities who were also in other groups and floats, including the police float. Pride has never erased minorities. That'd be pretty hypocritical of them, given the message of the parade. They just simply weren't putting Black Lives Matter at the forefront because that's not what this particular parade is about. It's about bringing awareness to the LGBTIQRSTUVWXYZ community, regardless of race. If BLM want to organize a parade, organize a fucking parade. And I know someone will now call me racist because you're now racist if you simply voice an opinion that differs from someone who's a different skin color than you are. But this has nothing to do with race. If a white women's group staged a sit-in to protest why Pride isn't doing more to help females whose rapists don't see justice, we'd be having this same conversation because the issue is you're taking focus away from one group to put it on yourself, deciding that you are more important than anyone else and you deserve the attention. Like a child throwing a tantrum at another kid's birthday party because the attention isn't on them. But then if that were the case, I'd be called sexist, because I can't win. How can I, after all? What the fuck do I know, right? I'm just a privileged cis white person. So I shouldn't have a say. I should just shut the fuck up. Of course, I have no idea what discrimination is. Nope. When people tell me I can't have an opinion based on the color of my skin or my sexual orientation, I can't possibly understand what it's like to be discriminated against. Because equality apparently has nothing to do with building each other up so that they're even in society. It's about trying to knock each other down and make everyone feel shitty, marginalized, and angry. Yeah, that'll make for a great future society.